first contact with agriculture was at 7 years old in a coffee farm. So I was working working on coffee with my grandfather. It was a very small farm, but that helped me to get interested in agriculture. We have many different crops in Costa Rica. Vegetables. Since it is a tropical country, we have a diversity of fruits and vegetables. It was a very nice experience for getting interested in agriculture because I knew I was right. Then I graduated from my bachelor's degree and I went to a company, Chiquita Brands, and I started working with bananas. Most of the work was field work, soil science, fertilization, and so on. So at some point, I felt like I wanted to learn something else. So where these fruits go and how to commercialize them, how to maintain quality. So then I had that background in the field, but I felt like something was missing. And then I decided to start my master's in post-harvest diseases. I got interested in how to manage pathogens, especially for exportation. So pineapples are exported, in our case in Costa Rica, we export to many different countries. What's the connection with the temperate fruits, with apples? Basically, for my master's degree, I worked with one fungus that is called penicillium. Penicillium is a very important fungus in many different crops. So learn about a fungus or fungi that are similar, and that was basically the connection. A fruit that is affected by similar pathogens, and finding a gap in knowledge here in Pennsylvania that I can work with and get some of my experience and at the same time learn new techniques and learn about pathogens. So I would say that my heart is divided between both worlds because I really love farming and being in the farm, but also I love research because you are basically learning new things, something that nobody knows, or at least something that is new. So that is exciting for me. So I would say I would be happy working on both sides. I have to choose one, so I chose research. My main goals are how I can connect research with the grower, with the farmer or growers. How can I give recommendations? How can I use the information that I am learning to get them make informed decisions about management? For Pennsylvania, there is a gap in what pathogens are causing post-harvest diseases. There's some information of the species, some of the species, but not necessarily where are they coming from, and also how to manage those pathogens. Where should you focus your management? What are the sources of those pathogens and how you can manage? Get your apples, your rotten apples, and then be able to say what fungus is there. Go to a molecular level and get a DNA sequence that says this is this pathogen. And also we are doing something else that is looking for inoculum sources. That's also exciting to compare, for example, beans, the picking bags that workers use, the packing house environments, the air of the packing house, the cold rooms, to see if some of those sources is more important than others in terms of where those pathogens are coming from. It's like, I would say it's like a CSI research, so that you want to know where they are, exactly where they are coming from, and then you want to control based on that information that you got. To get interested in research, for example, if you want to go in research, is getting curious about why you have this disease, or be able to observe details. I would say for research that's extremely important. You need to be very careful about details, and if you see a disease, this is not only a rotten apple. This rotten apple has a circular pattern or has this kind of structures. Getting curious and ask questions. Basically, science is about questions. If you are able to do that, you're going to be happy in science. But it's basically question after question, because once you discover something, then you have new questions, and it never stops. So that's why this is, I'd say it is exciting, because you have more questions, and then you keep going, and you always learn.